Every year, we clean our homes for Diwali. This year, let's clean up our cities too. After all, our cities are homes too. Come, let's make Bharat Swachh. Join us on #CleanYourCities, a Magicbricks Now campaign.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Home Buyer's Guide. I'm your host Suesha Sawant. Today we are in Pune, a vibrant metropolis which has a strong base across auto, IT and engineering. This has seen an increasing number of people moving into the city, which has also boosted its real estate sentiment. This year, the Pune real estate market has changed at a faster pace than in the last 5 years. According to a JLL report, this year peripheral locations have seen the maximum demand from prospective home buyers. Fringe pockets of Pune such as areas along the Mumbai-Pune Expressway, Bhugaon, Pirangut and Pisoli have mainly been attracting a lot of buyers due to the affordable price bracket of 3,000 to 5,000 rupees a square foot. Demand has also picked up in affordable locations such as Dhanori, Charoli, Moshi and Alandi Road. The report also suggests the luxury home segment has been growing in Pune's real estate market. With many large players entering the excellent luxurious projects, there has been compelling growth in the high-end segment with luxurious 3 and 4 BHK homes seeing increasing demand. Even the response to newly launched projects is good. This in turn is influencing developers to construct more projects. Also, reputed developers are seeing better sales and are therefore continuing to launch new projects or phases in existing projects. However, inexperienced players have restricted their launches and are also offering heavy discounts to lure customers and reduce their inventory. Pune's western region has seen a fair amount of growth in the last 5 years. Areas like Bakar, Baner, Pashan and Babdhan have seen an increasing demand in the residential segment. This is mainly due to its close proximity to the Hinjewadi IT Park and the fact that it's well connected with the highway. Babdhan lies on the outskirts of Pune. While it maintains its old world charm, over the years it has seen gradual growth in the form of planned development. It is well connected to the Mumbai-Bangalore highway and is in close proximity to Kothur. Babdhan is connected to every part of Pune from Chandni Chowk and Deccan. It has a sanctioned 4-lane road till Pirangut, which is 120 feet wide. The Pune railway station is 12 kilometers away and the airport is 20 kilometers away. The nearby schools include Oxford International School, Bryan International School, Vibgyor School, Indus IB School, MIT School and College for Management Studies and Engineering amongst the prominent ones. The closest hospitals are Shashwat Hospital, Sayadri Hospital, Jog Hospital, Bors Nursing Home, Chelaram Diabetic Center and Agarwal Hospital. As you drive further inside Babdhan, these narrow roads lead you to Gera Developers' upcoming project Al Royale. Al Royale has hills on its south, east and west and Pashan Lake on its north. With a forest right behind it is cocooned in the heart of nature. While the project is away from the regular hustle and bustle of the city, it is also close enough to everything that Pune has to offer. The project has 3 towers and 35 villas. Currently, the tower is under construction and the villas are nearing completion. These are scheduled to get delivered by September this year. 2 more towers are yet to be constructed on which work has begun. The project is attracting high-end buyers, which include both salaried professionals and businessmen who have their industrial units in the nearby areas of Kothurud, Karve Nagar and Babdhan. It is a premium project and ideal for those who want to live a luxurious lifestyle away from the city. Although a little on the inside, the beauty of this project is the lush green view it offers from all sides. On entering the project, there are luxurious 30 feet and 40 feet driveways with villas on both sides. Gera's Isle Royale offers a peaceful environment, which means there won't be cars buzzing nearby except for ones that visit you. The project in the surrounding areas have homes ranging in sizes of 4,500 to 10,500 square feet. Isle Royale will have 35 villas which will come in configurations of 3.5 and 5.5 BHKs. It will also have a total of 4 towers which will have apartments in configurations of 3.5 and 4.5 BHKs. The tower is under construction and the villas are nearing completion. Most of them are scheduled to get delivered by September this year. Next, work will begin on the other 2 towers. This project is attracting high-end buyers which include both service professionals and businessmen who have their industrial units in the nearby areas of Kothurud, Karve Nagar and Babdhan. It is a premium project and ideal for those who want to live a luxurious lifestyle away from the city. I'm now with the Managing Director of Gera Developments, Rohit Gera. Rohit, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Rohit, firstly I want to tell you, ever since I have entered Isle Royale, it just feels so nice. The vibe is so nice. It's green, it's airy. So I want to ask you, when you were conceiving this project, what were your initial thoughts?
Well, actually, if you go one step even before we were conceiving the project, the moment we came here and we recognized that the land is situated with forests on one side, it's kind of in a bowl, there's fabulous slopes. So it was one of those sites which were just calling out to say, you know what, step in here and come and develop this place. So we started off with that when we actually acquired the land, and then clearly it's the kind of location which lends itself really well to some low-rise kind of development. It's situated a little away from the main roads, and therefore we said this has to be a slightly higher end kind of development. And those were the kind of thoughts that we had when we got going with the development and with the planning. So we have the largest size homes here are about 5,500 square feet, and it goes down to apartments which are 3.5 bedroom, which are about 2,000 square feet.
Now this is a luxury project that you planned in Babdhan.
Yes.
So were you confident about pulling off a project like this and the fact that you'd be able to attract a fair amount of buyers here and people would want to move in here? Yeah,
I think locationally Babdhan is a pretty good central kind of location. So it's one beyond Kothurud, right? We're not very far away from Hinjewadi, and there's also a number of roads which go to the industrial estates in the vicinity. So we thought that all of that lends very well to the audience who would be able to afford something at the luxury end of the market.
But you have a lot of projects in Pune. In fact, this is the 3rd generation which is in this business.
Yes.
So tell us more about your company and what are the other projects you have in Pune?
So we've been in the business now for over 45 years. We've been doing real estate development for quite some time. And so the company's core values are really trust, and that's one of the ways you can really be here in this industry for a long time. Innovation, customer first, quality. So these are some of the tenets for of what we believe in. So that's the core philosophy of the organization and our core values. In terms of projects, currently we have Isle Royale here. In Baner we've got Gera Developments, which is 2 and 3 bedroom apartments in Baner. We have across the city, we have in Kharadi Song of Joy, very exciting project, we love it. Yeah. And the kind of response we've got from people is phenomenal. So child-centric homes is Song of Joy. We also have an office development coming up in Hinjewadi. So these are and of course there's a number of them which are in the pipeline, which should be rolled out over the next few months.
So just to understand, how much extra does one have to pay for a project like this if one knows that one is getting these kind of facilities with the project?
Well, currently, from our perspective, unfortunately, currently we're not getting a very large premium.
Okay.
But you know, I'll have to say this: in the current market, given the fact that there are still robust sales happening in the project, I think that actually translates into a premium. So, in pricing terms, we're in the 6,200 rupees a square foot price range, whereas maybe the rest of Kharadi may be at about 5,700 or so. So there is a slight premium, but I believe that enough of that comes just for the brand. Okay, for the actual child-centric project and the child-centric features, I do believe as soon as our first project is done, right, and we've actually got kids going through the coaching and they're actually experiencing the child-centric homes, our own belief is this is clearly a product which should get a 20 to 25% premium on the market for all the value that we offer.
What are the exercises that the company is following just to stay more connected with the consumer?
Sure. So, you know, we had about 12 years ago, we came up with a 5-year warranty. Now, one of the things which we're really proud of is our 5-year warranty, because today the Real Estate Regulatory Act makes it mandatory for all developers and all projects that are registered with the authority to actually offer a 5-year warranty period, defect liability period on all projects. So, you know, this I think is, and we've been doing this for 12 years. So about a year ago, we decided what's the next step really. And so we came up with a mobile app. Okay. Now, what happens with this is if you have an issue in your home, rather than call our team or send an email, somebody goes and visits, right, figures out what's wrong, then comes back and fixes it. You can actually upload photographs of the problem, and in about 75% of the cases, between 75 and 80% of the cases, we've eliminated the need for one visit to come and diagnose the problem. So our response time is reduced, our turnaround time is reduced, the customer has a full record in one place of all the issues. It works really well for us because, again, the data gets generated, we can do our analysis behind the scenes. I'll tell you an interesting thing that we actually track, right? We ask the customer that, is this problem happened before? Has this problem happened before? Is this a recurring problem? And they will answer yes or no. Every time we would ask our own team, has this problem recurred? The answer was always a no.
Let's come back to talking about Babdhan. Now, this project is a little away. Undoubtedly, it has a beautiful feel to it. It's away from the city. But what do you have to say about the nearby social infrastructure? How well connected is it to schools, hospitals, colleges, the roads that are leading to it?
So, the only challenge really is the last mile of the road, and it's actually under a kilometer, about the last 300 or 400 meters. Otherwise, beyond that, we're on the main Poud Road. We are about 1.5 kilometers from Chandni Chowk, which really is a distribution point, and therefore getting into all kinds of schools, getting into the city across, which is in Kothrud, very easy. So locationally, it's fabulous. It's one step away, so there's no, there's no bus noises, there's no traffic which you can really hear. But beyond that, so it is a very nice central kind of location. But because it's in an area which didn't get developed very rapidly, right? We were able to find this location, and then it lent itself to this kind of a development.
But a luxury project, a high-end project in a place like Babdhan. So you've been confident about it from day one?
Absolutely. Look, the fact that it's standing here, okay, certainly conveys that fact, right? If it wasn't, and if we didn't get the customers coming in, we wouldn't be launching the next phases. We wouldn't be, we wouldn't have been able to complete the whole project.
Right. So who are the kind of buyers this project is attracting?
So two categories. One is senior people in the service sector, so CXO level, right? And the other one is the category of business people. So we do have a fair amount of business owners as well.
I just had to come here and check the view, and needless to say, it is beautiful.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. We're on the 12th floor.
Yes, that's right.
And
there's 3 floors above this as well.
Wow. And this is what one gets to wake up to every day if one is living here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
that's, when we talked about earlier about why we put the buildings at the back and up on the slope and on the top of at the highest point of the site, this was exactly why. In fact, as you go from here, we can actually get the view over the hill, but as you go down, you even have apartments which look straight into the forest, which is another stunning kind of view to wake up to.
And you were saying that this is always going to remain like this because the forest is going to be intact.
Well, it's forest land, and therefore, one certainly does hope and believe that, at least forest lands will not be developed. And we've seen that over the years that those are the last ones that, government even touches. And we have so much activism now with environmentalists, and there's such a high level of consciousness that we believe that it will stay forest land going into the future.
And the higher one goes, how much extra does one have to pay?
So the floor rise is about 50 rupees a foot, so it's about 1.5 lakh per apartment for each floor, depending on which floor you go up to.
All right. Talking about the apartments, tell us about the layout of the apartments, how they're designed, what is it that you're offering?
So these are all 4-bedroom apartments in the 3,000 square foot range. As you come in, you have a servant room, which then accesses into the kitchen. What's really nice about the plan is that the living room is completely separated from the dining area, and then the dining area overlooks has the kitchen attached with that. There's one bedroom right at the entrance. So as you come in off the entrance lobby, you have the kitchen, you have the dining room, and then that goes on to the kitchen, and you have one bedroom. As you go through the living room, all these apartments have these kind of double height terraces to exploit the view. And then as you go to the end of the apartment, then you've got one bedroom.
Which also has a terrace adjacent to it?
No, then those apartments just have really nice windows, all of which that overlook the forest side.
All right.
And there's 3 bedrooms at the end, 2 at the upper level, so it's actually a split level apartment. So all the apartments have a 5-foot level difference between the living, dining, kitchen and one bedroom, and then the other bedrooms are at the upper level. And they've all been designed to kind of maximize the views. The other thing which we did is, typically when you see terraced apartments, the apartment above tends to have windows which overlook the terrace below. We focused on the privacy here, and so each person's terrace is actually completely private.
To our left is the clubhouse, which is still in the process of getting built. It looks beautiful on the outside. What are the amenities that this project has to offer?
So in the talking about the clubhouse first, right behind the green wall we have a squash court.
Okay.
There's also the gym. There's a party area and a lounge inside. We really like we have a 3-tiered swimming pool.
All right,
with a jacuzzi. That's right. On that side, with a jacuzzi at the top and the topmost tier. We have a tennis court. We have a basketball court. So those are all the kind of features, amenities. Children's playground, a lot of landscaping. That's the kind of development that we've done. We had the opportunity of actually having the buildings at the back at the high level, so that the apartments get the forest view, and the higher floor apartments actually go over the hill, and you can see the entire city at night. So lit up, you can see the entire Pune city from the upper floors of the apartment. So really, based on, we flipped the conventional design over, and therefore went for this and placed the entire development for the views.
What about the approvals? Because this is something that most consumers go through today. Some of them check thoroughly, some of them don't.
I wish they all did.
Yes, absolutely. That's the most important aspect. So, what is the status of approvals for this project?
Oh, so we have commencement certificate. The buildings that have been built, we have plinth checking. Some of the low-rise units, we've actually already obtained the occupancy certificate for some of them.
Right.
So we're just waiting for the tower and having enough of it so that we can actually have a proper critical mass. In one case, one of the customers wanted to start his interiors work, so we got that occupancy certificate and have handed over that home already.
So the last thing I'm going to ask you before we close this is that if you're talking to a buyer of a prospective buyer of this project, how would you really sum it up for him?
I think there's a couple of things. One is you start with the brand, okay? So trust, credibility, reputation, warranty in case something goes wrong, title, all very, very important aspects. Please look at that as far as the brand is concerned. What I would tell a customer today is ignore the brochure, right? Come and experience the product. And it's as simple as that. That's it. Just come and experience the product.
All right, Rohit, on that note, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
With that, it's time now for us to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. On the other side of the break, we'll take you on a tour of a show villa at Isle Royale, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the Home Buyer's Guide. We are now going to take a tour of a 5.5 BHK sample villa at Isle Royale. It is 5,500 square feet in size, and let me tell you, it's huge. On my right is the garage, and this staircase will lead me directly to the living room. This is the living room. This entire floor is about 850 square feet. What you get with this house is the flooring, the finish and the ACs. The rest you can design as per your taste. The beauty of the living room is that it has been designed in such a way so that you can have parties and accommodate large number of guests. It is attached to a lounge area which opens up further into the dining room. So in case you have a big party and a lot of people coming over, you can open both these doors and make this into one huge space. Opposite the dining area is the kitchen. Here you get the German-made Korean top, the sink and the gas leak detector. Let me tell you, this is an automated house, which means that the lighting, curtains and any 5 appliances can be controlled through the iPad or your smartphone, whether you're at home or you're sitting in office. Also, this is ground plus 3 floors and every villa has its own lift. Let's now check out the other floors. This is the first floor, which is about 800 square feet. On my left is the master bedroom, which has an attached bathroom. It also has a built-in jacuzzi. And opposite this room is the kids' room. This is the third floor of the villa. Apart from having a guest room, it is more of a recreational section. It has a gym which can be alternated as a library or a reading room. Attached to the gym is the deck, which has a beautiful open view. It also has a small plunge pool, so your kids can play here, or even you can take a dip in the water and have a relaxed time. This is the ground floor. It has a bedroom for the elderly members of the house. So in case they don't want to use the stairs, they can straight away come into the garage and go into their bedroom. This other room is the entertainment room. Now that you've seen the entire villa, you'd obviously want to know how much it'll cost you. Well, this villa that you've seen will cost you nearly 5.5 crore rupees. Living at Isle Royale will not allow you a moment's boredom. There's a fully equipped clubhouse and multiple recreational facilities so that you never run short of things to do. At the clubhouse, you can tone your body at the fitness studio that houses state-of-the-art equipment. You can also go to the squash court for a serious workout or simply exercise your mind at the library. Play a game of chess or carom at the indoor games section or simply lounge at the green wall. Move over to the recreation hall and throw a party for your friends. The 8,500 square feet pool comes with a water treatment plant that ensures fresh water at all times of the day. It also boasts spectacular underwater lighting which will add to the view in the night. There is also a yoga and meditation room for some added peace. Talking about the prices, a 3.5 BHK villa will cost onwards of 3 crore rupees. A 3.5 BHK apartment in the tower will cost you onwards of 1.7 crore rupees, and a 4.5 BHK apartment will have a starting price of 2.65 crore rupees. That's all the time we have on today's episode of the Homebuyer's Guide. We truly hope you enjoyed watching the show as much as we did in bringing it to you. Until next time, it's goodbye and of course, happy house hunting.